Yo my people, welcome back to the channel, and as you can see in the title of the video, we are doing our Champions League group stage 11. So we'll be putting together basically the best 11 players that we think deserve to make it for this Champions League campaign. I've obviously got my boy here with me, Luca. Last time we did a couple of videos, bro, I can't lie to you, I proper enjoyed it. So
Good numbers, isn't it?
Yeah,
well.
and I had to get you back because I felt like
Appreciate
the vibe,
it,
the chemistry, everything was on point. So I'm sure this video will be the same.
Bro, I think so. The last video we did was very good for my channel and your channel as well. Yeah. Today, it's a tough one because there's so many different options.
Yeah, this, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's tough, man. I had to think proper deep about this one, I can't lie, in terms of, because it's very rare that you do an 11 for like the group stages. It's very rare, but obviously with this format, you've got so many games, obviously different results, different performances, different players turning up at different moments of the season so far. So yeah, now it's gonna be interesting. But I'm gonna start with you, obviously, you're the guest.
Okay, fine.
So we're gonna, what formation are you going for?
I did 4-4-2.
4-4-2 is, okay, I went for 4-4-2 as well. Okay,
You
so
need
we're gonna
to have a few strikers in this team.
nah, for sure, 100%. So I've gone for 4-4-2 as well. So we're gonna make it simple, start straight from the goalkeeper. So who did you put in?
So at first, I was so adamant on Courtois because I thought Courtois' performances in UCL were top despite Madrid being a bit underwhelming, especially defensively. But UCL is all about moments.
Yes.
And there was one moment yesterday that for me tops any moment so far. And that Benfica goalie, Cuban, that header, bro, I think that will be remembered for years and years to come. So far, between the two seasons of this new Champions League group stage, that's the most iconic moment in my opinion. But it's not only that header, but in games in general, he's been so solid at the back. And Benfica, before Mourinho took over, bro, they were dire. They were dire. Now they've gone on a really good run of form. I remember when we played them, it was Juventus Benfica, their keeper was saving everything, bro. Like, he was absolutely incredible. So not only that moment, but big saves as well. I thought I'd give him a shout and put him in net.
Now, I can't lie to you, just off that moment alone, that's actually a very good shout. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's very rare to see a keeper against Real Madrid, by the way. I think it's the storyline as well. It's the fact that Jose Mourinho going against his former club, and then obviously dampening their Champions League hopes in terms of qualifying automatically. And then in the last second of the game, instructing all your players to go into the box and then getting that
kick.
Bro, unreal.
Going through on goal
scenes,
difference
bro.
is crazy as well.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you, on that shout alone, I hear it, but I've kind of gone for David Raya.
But that makes sense as well.
Because if we're being honest, defensively, in terms of clean sheets, they have the best record, I feel like. So for me, it only made sense to put in David Raya. I think he's a goalkeeper I think he's a good goalkeeper. I do think he's slightly overrated in terms of, I think the stats make him look better than what he actually is. But I feel like when he is called into action,
he always turns up, bro. He always delivers.
Yeah, always.
So I think moving on to right back now.
Yes, right back. So who did you go with?
I've gone with Arsenal man here. I've gone with Timber.
Yes.
Because
I think it's
I think he's been the best performing fullback, well, right back in Europe so far this season.
Yeah.
He gives you a 7 out of 10 every single game. And like you said about Raya, bro, Arsenal have the best clean sheet. And it's not only because of Raya in goal, but it's because of the 4 at the back. And Timber, bro, he's good at going forward. He's great defensively. He's a good ball carrier as well, man. For me personally, I think he has to be the right back.
Yeah, I think he's making a claim to be one of, if not the best right back in world football currently. Because if you look at, obviously, Hakimi, we know.
Yeah, he had his injury though this season.
Trent is kind of
not this season.
Not this season. So you could actually argue
it's him
that,
and Reece James, really.
Yeah. You could argue Timber might be the best right back currently in Europe. And like you said it perfectly. If defensively, offensively, technically sound, strong, versatile as well.
That's what I'm saying, bro. He has to be in there.
Yeah, for sure. And the left back?
Left back, I've gone with Nuno Mendes from PSG, bro.
I feel like our team's going to be exactly the same.
I think they are going to be very similar. I reckon our two centre-backs are the same as well. But yeah, Nuno Mendes, bro, again, like, unicorn of a fullback, really.
Yes.
Like, great one-on-one defender, has locked up all the best players in the world, really. He never really struggles against anyone. Well, realistically, only Sancho's troubled him in the last few years in general in Europe, which is kind of crazy to think about now.
It is.
But yeah, Nuno Mendes, great going forward, great defensively, and that PSG team, you could argue that he might be a top 3 most important player, bro. So for me, Mendes is there. Despite PSG underperforming a bit, I would say, in the group stage.
Nah, I agree, bro. Best left back, showed again with the performance in the Champions League group stages. Super reliable. Like, very rarely, like you said, you see him having a bad game, and he's locked up some of the best players on the planet over the last couple of years as well. So
that's crazy.
And he's carried on with that same form. I think he is, like you said, one of PSG's most important players. He continues to show that. So for me, he had to make it to left back.
Pretty simple for me, bro.
Yeah, so I'm interested now with centre backs because you said that you think we might have the same. I'm not sure, you know.
Okay, now you're saying that.
I'll be so surprised if we have the same.
To be honest, bro, mine's a bit boring. I've gone with the Arsenal boys, Gabriel and Saliba.
I've gone with one of them.
Gabriel,
for sure.
Who's your other guy?
My other guy is, I went for Romero.
From Tottenham?
From Tottenham.
Okay, chat to me. Why? Why'd you go Romero?
I put him because I think, of course, domestically, we know that they're having a very poor season. But even domestically, I feel like Romero's pretty much been their best player this season. I think he stepped up in big moments. But again, even in the Champions League, I feel like he is their best performer.
You reckon?
I think defensively with his performances, I just feel like he's super important to that team. And I feel like if it wasn't for him, I think Tottenham don't finish fourth. And I think the defensive record, I think they might even have, correct me if I'm wrong, they might have the most clean sheets.
Maybe,
They might have the most.
VAR check. I
might have the
VAR
check, but they got their defensive record, especially over the last few games as well, coming to the closing stages of the group stage. The guy is just monstrous, bro.
Yeah, I like Romero as a defender. I think he's a bit rash at times.
He is.
But as a pure art of defending guy, I like him, bro.
Yeah.
But I've gone with Saliba Gabriel just because they're the perfect partnership.
No, of course.
They got the best defense in Europe. It's kind of hard to argue against it.
No, it is,
bit of change. I understand where you're coming from, bro.
And another name I was thinking about was Upamecano as well.
Yeah, he's good.
He was another shout as well. But I went with Romero just because Tottenham should not be finishing fourth. Let's be honest.
They definitely overachieved, I'd say. But they had a nice run of fixtures, to be fair. But still, they did a lot better than I expected.
No, for sure. So this is where I always say it's my favourite part.
The midfield.
The midfield, always. You've obviously gone for a two.
Double pivot, then right mid, left mid.
Okay, perfect. So who's the two in midfield for you?
My double pivot, bro, is Pedri, because I think he is the best midfielder in Europe.
Yeah.
I think this guy is the level, bro. He's the bar. I think every midfielder kind of, in my eyes, should aspire to be like him, bro.
Yes,
because
of course.
that Barcelona team without Pedri doesn't tick the same, you know. He's the dictator, he's the tempo set. He's like the quarterback in that team, bro. Everything good offensively comes from him. The pre-assist, the assist, the numbers are still great. He's improved a lot in the goal scoring side of the game. And that one performance against Newcastle, I think, really kind of showed the world, wow, this guy is number one. And next to him, to be honest, bro, I think if it was just in general, I'd probably go Rice. But because it's UCL, I think Szoboszlai for Liverpool was incredible. I think joint most assists as well he had in the group stage so far. And I think Szoboszlai has actually been Liverpool's best player in general this season, combining the Champions League and the Premier League. So that's my double pivot.
So with Szoboszlai, I'm with you.
Okay.
100% for the same reason you said. I think he's been Liverpool's best player. He's come up with big moments, big goals for them, even in the Champions League campaign as well. And bear in mind, he's playing in multiple positions: right wing, right back.
He does his job everywhere.
He does his job everywhere, literally. So for me, I had to put Szoboszlai. But the other midfielder I went for, I like the Pedri shot. And Pedri, for me, I've always made it known, the best midfielder on the planet, generational talent. You know, if he was playing 10 years ago, I think there's a shout that he could, you know,
be the best.
be the best, literally, you know. So, but I went with Declan Rice.
Okay, you've gone Rice.
It does sound boring.
Nah, but it makes sense, bro.
Come on, bro. Like
it's hard to argue against that.
Just like you were saying for Gabriel Saliba, I just think, look at the record they have in the Champions League.
Yeah.
He's been a big part of that. A leader, you know, reliable, consistent with his performances, and he's for me. People might have their say on him, but for me, I know he's not the most pleasing player on there. He's not as silky as Pedri. He's not as silky as Vitinha. But he's efficient, he's reliable, he's consistent, and that's what you want from your best players.
It's true, bro. Like, and Arsenal have so many consistent players in every part of the football. Bro. Apart from really the attack this season, bro. But their midfield and defence, definition of consistent. So I hear it. I think we got the same right midfielder.
100%.
I've gone Elise.
100%.
I think, 100%. I love Yamal.
Yeah.
I think he's the best player in the world. But this season, on that right-hand side, I think Elise has been the best performing player.
By far, bro. By far. Even Lamine Yamal hasn't performed to the level, in my opinion, of Elise. And that speaks volumes. You know, that
shows how good he is,
he's gone over there, and obviously people question whether or not he could translate that form at a big club like Bayern. But bro, he's gone in there seamlessly,
bro.
Like so easy for him. Like he just keeps getting better and better. And I'm a bit scared about how good this guy can be, you know, because it's.
What do you think his ceiling is? Do you think he can win a Ballon d'Or and be the best player in the world? You do?
I think he has that ability, bro. Like you can't. I don't see no reason why he can't. You know, if he was to, let's say, for example, put these performances for Bayern, they're going to win the Champions League, goes to the World Cup, and then he puts those same performances. Who's to say he can't win Ballon d'Or, bro?
It's true, because I think club context is so important, and Bayern are always going to win the league pretty much every year. They're going to be fine for Europe every single year as well in terms of the Champions League. And bro, France are a great national team. They could win the World Cup. So.
Yeah, so he's bro, and you know right now with Ballon d'Or, it's not like Messi, Ronaldo era where
there's no standout.
There's no standout. It's just open for anyone.
It's true, bro.
Anyone that turns up, delivers for their club and country, has a chance of winning it now. So
Elise is a given, bro. He might even be the best in this team in terms of performances. You can
you can argue that now for sure. And what about on the left? Who did you go
on the left, I've gone with a bit of a, I don't know if it's unpopular, but Anthony Gordon for Newcastle, bro. I'll tell you why, because I think Newcastle this year in the UCL, I think they're a bit of a dark horse. I think people have slept on them a bit. I think their performances have been great, and I think Gordon's been their best player in Europe so far. I think he has 8 goals combined with assists, which is a very good output. I think third. In the rankings so far. But bro, I think Gordon's been quality for Newcastle.
Bro, that's a good shout. He didn't actually cross my mind, but
I think I know who you're going for.
But I've gone for another English boy.
I think you've gone for Rashford.
100%.
Yeah, I knew you were going to go Rashford.
I went for Marcus Rashford. Yeah. I think personally in the Champions League, he's been Barcelona's best player.
Yeah.
You know, I think just like you said with Gordon, I think he's got the same amount of goal contribution. I think it's 8 and 8. You know, I think it's like 4 goals.
4
I think
assists,
like 5 goals,
like
4 assists, something like that. I think his terms of his contributions, he's delivered. That goal against Newcastle as well. I think it's probably,
bro. He got a free kick yesterday as well.
Yeah, you could argue it might be the best goal of the group stage campaign, like in terms of a strike.
I think very hard. So, bro.
I think it's very hard to argue that, you know. And his performances, he's been consistent. You know, he's delivered when he's been asked to.
100%.
I'm happy for, as a Man United fan, I'm genuinely happy for him because
same as me, man.
Yeah, the ability was always there. We know how good Marcus Rashford can be when he's put his mind to it, and he's showing the world that, you know, he's far from finished. And yeah, bro,
he's playing with freedom there, man.
That's the
thing. I think with United and sometimes playing in England, bro, the media, the pressure, the fans, it mounts on you a bit too much. And I think Rashford had been in England for his whole life, bro. It was 10 years playing for United, from the 15-16 season, really. And I think that change was useful to him. Yeah, and you can see he's playing with a weight off his shoulders and he's playing great. So I think Rashford would have been my second option as well there, and I don't hate that whatsoever.
Yeah, no, I think, again, you kind of have to. For me, it's more about the redemption.
Yeah. So it's a good storyline.
It's a good storyline. So if he was to go on to win the Champions League as well, that would be crazy redemption.
Yeah, of course, bro.
Honestly, bro.
He would be very quiet after that, that's for sure.
Nah, for sure. So obviously in the strikers.
Strikers, bro, I can't lie, it's pretty standard.
Very easy.
I think it's obviously top scorer Mbappé, 13 goals. Yeah. Even though Madrid haven't been excellent this season. The thing is with Mbappé, right, is, bro, people say, Mbappé takes away from the rest of the team, and maybe because without him, they won the Champions League. With him, they underperformed. But he's the star.
By far.
He's the main man, bro.
For sure.
Even if Madrid are underperforming, he's scoring 1 or 2 goals every single game. Look at yesterday, he scored a brace again.
No, 100%.
He guarantees you goal, and his UCL record is fake, bro. Yeah. By the time he retires, bro, he's probably going to be 3rd in the all-time top scorers behind Messi and Ronaldo. He might even surpass Messi. We don't know what he's going to do. But his numbers are ridiculous in Europe. Maybe the big moments in the knockout stage, okay, cool.
That's where the question marks.
That's when the question marks rise, and I agree with that. But in terms of just goals, bro, like every single season in the group stage especially, he's always one of the top scorers. Yeah, for sure. So I think he's a given. And next to him, I've gone with Harry Kane as well because I think he's second top scorer, 8 goals or something like that. Again, Bayern, they have such a good attack, bro. And Kane is just...
I feel he quietened down a bit towards the end of the group stages, but I think ultimately... Like,
he had a crazy start.
He still had a crazy start, for sure. But yeah, I've gone with the same, bro. Like you said with Mbappe, my only concern about Mbappe is, like you said, later in the knockout stages, but also the team balance and the team chemistry, because he scored more goals than appearances this season. So his numbers is not even a question when it comes to Mbappe, man. But it's like, it's the team cohesion. Yeah. You saw what happened also last night against Benfica. Yeah. It's just like, I think it really downplays how good he's been. You know,
I think so, because you're right, because everyone talks about Madrid as a team. And we need to remember, guys, this Madrid team, it has the players on paper, but it's not actually as good as I think a lot of people are making it out to be, bro. And I think in general, the level of quality in Europe isn't that high. When you look at the best teams in the world, bro, there's Arsenal, there's Bayern, okay, you can still argue City, PSG because they won the treble. But even then, a lot of those teams aren't as good as they were last season. I think Bayern's improved, Arsenal has improved for sure.
PSG have weakened.
PSG have weakened, in my opinion. Barca are still strong, but they've had a few lapses this season as well. Inter's a lot weaker than they were last season. Yeah.
It's open.
It's open, bro.
Anyone can win it. I can see like Chelsea just going on and they to me are like a cup team. I can see them going on a run.
Cup team.
Tottenham might surprise people and go far in the tournament.
Who's your favourite right now, bro? To win the Champions League? After watching the group stage, who would you say is that team? I think
it hurts to say, but right now, in terms of consistency, Arsenal.
Yeah, I agree.
Like I think it's hard to not say them. The stats show it. Their record in Champions League shows it, which is painful. But we know from last season, Liverpool finished top of the table and they got knocked out.
Doesn't mean anything.
It doesn't really mean anything.
They got knocked out straight away to PSG.
So
and also it's the heritage in Europe, man. You need that.
No, bro, that's a big thing.
You need that luck. You need that heritage. And teams like Madrid have it. Teams like Inter,
Barca.
they go far. Barca, these teams go far because they got the history in Europe. Arsenal, this isn't even a dig. They just don't have history in Europe.
Yeah, it's true.
So it's one of those where it doesn't matter how good they are.
Yeah.
You need luck in Europe, bro.
And then you have bogey teams like Chelsea that, for me, they're like the bogey cup team that always find their way.
And they switched manager halfway through the season. So last two times they did that, bro. What happened?
They won the UCL. So you can't write them off. So it'll be interesting to see. And of course, like, you know, Champions League is unpredictable.
Very.
Like it all matters about moments, and that's when you kind of need your big players to step up. So like the Mbappes and Harry Kane. So it'll be an interesting campaign to see.
Very interesting.
But there's one person I felt like I needed to give an honorable mention.
What position is he? Let me try to guess.
Striker/wing.
Striker/wing.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm not. Who? Rafinha, Dembele?
No,
one of those guys.
No, someone that didn't even qualify into the knockout stages.
Who are you thinking?
French league, I'll say first. French league.
Gabon.
Yes.
Aubameyang.
Yes.
For Marseille. Yeah, it was a shame, bro. Last day. Last minute against Benfica, bro. Yeah. Chat to them about Aubameyang, man.
Bro, Aubameyang, given his age, of course, I feel like he's a player that's been, throughout his career, underrated. I feel like at times maybe even a little bit disrespected. But from his generation, I think he's one of the best goal scorers to play.
Very good.
You know, like you look at his numbers, you know, he's got better numbers than Samuel Eto'o, who everyone says is the greatest African player to ever play in Europe. You know, you got to put it into perspective. You got to put it into perspective. Yeah. So Aubameyang, I feel like at his age, you know, remember he went to Saudi. 36, 37. Went to Saudi.
Yeah.
Yeah, played like a bit of time over there. Came back to Europe and is still scoring goals in the Champions League. I think that deserves a lot of credit. I don't think that's an easy thing to do.
Was he on 4 goals, 3 assists?
Something like that, 4 goals, 3 assists, even 7 goal contributions.
Bro, even domestically, Marseille doing their thing.
Yeah.
And he's been a big key part in that. So I like the Aubameyang shot.
And even his performance against Newcastle, Premier League team, and he dunked on them. Yeah, bro, 2 goals against them. So I think he deserves a definite mention. And I think he's an icon for sure. He's a football icon.
He was a great player, man. Great player. And like you said, bro, his numbers in Germany for Dortmund.
Yeah.
Arsenal, what he did for Arsenal, bro. I think that was the best football he's played in his career when he was at the Gunners. But yeah, he's a quality player. Even Barcelona, bro. Like Barcelona,
they love him because he had that. Yeah, exactly.
They call him like the hero of dark times or something like that. So.
Literally, bro. So
he's a cool hero for a lot of clubs, bro.
Yeah, he is, bro. Now for sure. But listen, appreciate you jumping on.
Guy, man.
Listen, it's always a good conversation every time.
Enjoy it every time, man. Guys, let us know in the comment section though.
Definitely. Let us know in the comments in terms of what you think, who should make it into the 11. If you agree or disagree with any of our picks. Also, make sure to check out Luca's channel as well. He's been making amazing content as well. He's on a lot of other platforms as well, so just keep an eye on that as well. And until next time, peace.